Hey guys, welcome back to yet another week with an amazing episode on sex. Others call it Nginyo, others call it Lungula, others call it Sekete. But it is still sex, regardless of the different terminologies used to define the same thing. And without wasting time, I would like both my guests on the show today, a lady and the gentleman on my left, to introduce themselves. And we will start with this amazing lady. Please introduce yourself to these amazing people.
Hi guys, my name is Candy Anita.
Hi, I'm Sam.
So this is the amazing panelist, and I think I'm using amazing a lot of time because this show, what else than amazing? We started with putting down statistics on teenage pregnancy and rape. And with some, the conversation that we started, we looked at a lot of things that are contributing to the sex crazed generation that we're living in right now. And without, again, wasting time, I would like us to indulge and invite my panelists today for us to continue this conversation on sex. According to the statistics we shared last week, I would like to start by asking, what do you think are some of the factors that are contributing to these crazy numbers where there is a higher rate of teenage pregnancy, first of all in 2020 from the month of January to May, and even the rape cases that are happening not only in Kenya but in the world at large? What are some of the factors that are contributing to the rise of such numbers?
One would be us as young people and younger than us have been exposed to sex at a very early age, and then we don't know what is the right approach to take with the information that we get. So we just think we need to practice what is there, or if someone is famous and they're doing it and they portray it as something nice, we tend to like, okay, I can try it, and that's why we have the problem with people having sex and early pregnancies and such things like that.
And Sam, according to what she's saying that the reason why there's that high rate or the high number or the high increase of teenage pregnancies in our country, for example, is because there's a lot of information and no one is teaching these kids how to use this information. But also I remember last week when we were having a conversation on sex and just laying the foundation, there are a few things that you said, and one of them, if I may remind you, you said that the beauty of the lack of knowledge is that you're foolish. That's the beauty. And the beauty of having wisdom without knowledge is dangerous. So do you think people have knowledge but lack of understanding to this? Because these are young children. These are they are not teenagers. They are still so young. Do you think what she's saying is true?
Yeah, I actually concur with her because there's a question that has come to the top of my mind. And it is, what or who are we fighting? Is it the act that the children are committing, or is it the children themselves? Once we get this, then the society will be out of the state of limbo, whereby because hii information inaingia na ikiingia mtu anaipata, garbage in, garbage out. So what you're receiving is garbage out, but you do not know how the garbage in comes in. We may see the gadgets are there and everything, but mtu hika peke yake hawezi fikiria porn sites. Mtu ni innocent. Sasa amegetaje hizo porn sites? Anajua mimi nataka kuingia hapa nitumie ni download games. Games nowadays come with ads. And most of the times you'll find that these ads are sexual. Utapata kidogo by kidogo mtu hii anakuwa hooked na ameona katuni na kaiva na unabocha ningi hapa nione ni katuni nachezwaje. Bit by bit utapata mtu hii kwa hizo ads analeta nini ads nini za porn sites. Na get. But the most crucial and most important thing for me is ndauliza wazee wako ama wale magadians wao, mko wapi mtu yake affect design? Na get like mtu alifika aje kujua hizi porn sites no go around. You're so focused on providing for the child in terms of monetary values and making sure the child is as comfortable as possible, but at the end of the day at what expense? In exchange for what? Unaget? Mtu utampatia simu, umwambie ni sawa, hii simu ya kupiga time nini, imagine
Unataka kunitafuta au unataka kusaidia naye.
But this is the same smartphone that is internet enabled. And of course, you're on internet, we usually call the internet a vast ocean of information. Anything and everything will come.
Yeah. To your space and to your face.
So ukimwambia hii simu ni ya kupiga time emergency pekee, ataona hii simu the only time nafikia mzai ni kumwambia tu kama kuna
emergency.
Nikiprotect fulani na struggle na siwezi mwambia. Mama alisemaje? Ama dad alisemaje?
Hii simu ni time emergency.
Ni emergency na mimi naitumia kufanya nini? Kuingia kwa internet na kufanya kila kitu. So kuna hiyo disparity between the child and the parents and the understanding that we are not fighting the child, but rather we are fighting the access to information and the act itself.
So first of all, so the first thing we are agreeing on is the neglecting of parents' responsibilities. Because if that child is in access, and one of the other factors, I believe, I don't know if you agree or not, it's pornography, which I believe in the long, we will have that lengthy conversation in the next episode when we talk about addictions. But as we touch on base, I think one thing we have agreed is neglecting of the parents, which, yes, they are focused on providing, but there is more than providence. There is more than, there is training that child, there is being in the life of that child and being accessible to the child, for that child to be able to share such things. I also believe, and I don't know if you guys agree, also being inquisitive. Our generation right now, with the information being fed to them, there is a lot of them, as much as they're inquisitive, there are others who are very curious. And how can you address curiosity, for example, in such a sex-crazed world, that ukitoka hivi kwa gari unapata billboard, ukitoka hivi kwa gari cartoons, how are you able to address such curiosity?
What I'll say is let us as parents, as older siblings, tell our younger ones about values, empower them. Let them get to discover who they are.
Yeah.
Give them the right, more like the right value system. When I was growing up, this is one thing that my mom did. I never got to sit one-on-one na mom akiniambia usifanye. The only time we'll meet nikifanya kitu mbaya, niyo siku nimefanya kitu mbaya, ananichapa akinipea advice. Unaget? But I used to go to church, I used to interact with people when how do you say, going to church kind of gives you the right, gives you the right morals. So you may get point, hardy parents nowadays, we don't value morals that much. Unaget? Imefika place zae waoni kama, we keep on complaining, but we don't tell them what is the right thing to do. What are the kind of values you need to have? Because I had a case, for example, one time, mtoto ako class 6 na alikuwa amerepiwa. The issue was alikuwa anaenda home, akienda home, unaona vile public schools zinakuwa maybe fence hajatengenezwa.
Yeah.
So ametoka shule, akaambiwa na teacher, vile teacher anaambianga msee wewe baki nyuma na kuna kitu nataka
kukwambia.
Akabaki nyuma. Teacher ni rape.
Okay.
Akaenda home, hakusema until says the issue ili escalate, ndio mamake akakuja kujua my daughter was raped. So mom haku nini, how do you say it, more like haku empower in the sense here, if something was to happen or if you see something that is wrong, come and report. Haku mwambia vitu kama your sexuality, or when someone does this and this and this, or something is off, say it. You have, like, empower your children, let them have knowledge of things that are happening around them, and then remind them of who they are and the power that they have, so that people don't just like sit on them anyhow. So that's one approach you can take, like empower your younger ones, let them be in spaces where they are taught and they get knowledge of how important they are as a person. Doesn't matter if you're a child, if you're a parent, because hadi siku hizi watu wakubwa wanarepiwa. Like we were talking earlier about you being approached by another lady or another
Dude.
na sisi we are old enough to say no, but still watu to approach. So it's very important we get to be empowered again and again.
And Sam, now bado tuna revolve on the story of parents. Just the other day, if, for example, just giving a general setup, your mom has multiple sexual partners, and I believe your dad is present. And so the first point I feel tunaendelea tukipoint out, as much as kuna porn na kuna hizi vitu zingine, the first thing na naona tuna major on sana is the neglecting of the parents' duties. If the parent is in the person's life and he's able to sit with this child who is 9, who is 14, who is 13, and share with them what sex is all about. Because yes, you may assume the young ones don't know what sex is all about. But shock on us, they know so much more than even the parents know, more than their brothers and sisters know. And so I know you have a small, you have a younger sister who is How have you been able to protect her from, quote unquote, not information per se, but corrupted information?
Yeah.
I'd like first of all to concur with what you two have said, and this is how I'm going to answer it. Neglect will shape a child's perception on any issue.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is a child hana information yote, so yeye atastan na kile yeye ameona na kile yeye amejitafutia. You know this kuna gani ile joya wewe mwenyewe umejitafutia kitu alafu umeget, so it determine perception yake. Now care for the parent comes in to shape whatever perception that the child has, ama kuierase completely. Yeah, so utapata watu sema venye mdemu dress linafanya aripiwe na nini, but at the end of the day before ifike kwa mdemu venye amedress ni process ilianza wapi huko nyuma before mjamaa afikirie kurep huyu mdemu ni kitu liko kwa akili, kitu ameona mademu venye wanafaa kuwa ni kama mama nikiona mdemu naona tu ni kumpiga secretary na story ishi wapi hapo, ishi hapo. Hiyo ndio kitu yenye wazae hawaangaliani sana. Neglect the way that I've been able to shape
your younger sister,
my younger sister and my younger brother, not by my own effort, first of all by God knows is the fact that you can sit down and have this conversation. I'm feeling some type of way about this. Chile. The moment mtu amekama amekwambia hivyo, hiyo ni kitu ya kwanza unafaa kujua mtu ameanza kugrow.
Ameanza ku-identify kuna changes in her body and all these things.
So how will I nurture this into something that will empower him or her and not something that will bring harm to him or her? This topic is quite sensitive, especially to young children. Because kile mwalimu amesema
ni ukweli.
Teacher aliniambia ni hivi, wewe mama umekosea, lakini teacher alifanya nini? Aliniambia hivi. So I'm not only talking about the home setting, but also a classroom setting, but also where the children tend to feed from. So for me, it's really important to identify and to know where the child feeds from. From there, you nurture whatever perception or erase whatever perception that is there that is wrong. If it is right, nurture it. Just as Candy has said, empower them. Let them make them understand the important. Make them understand that their choices have consequences at the end of the day.
And maybe just to add, it's important. Okay, one, it's scary when a child grows. Me mwenye brother yangu vile alifika class 7
ukashtuka.
Anyway, ile time yenye alianza kutuambia tuje kwa room yangu ama like attack it na kuosha. It was scary because me na mimi si mzazi, me tu ni sister yake na ni vile yeye ni the only boy. It was very scary. So at times it can be scary mtoto wako ana grow and you don't know the right things to say ama you don't know the right approach to come. Push them to go in the right places. Push them when they for those conferences. Push them when they for those meetings and you want to discuss topics now and the right information. Because where comes as it can be scary. So we are not blaming parents and saying parents do, but if you're not in a position to do that, at least introduce them to also mentors and people who can nurture them. So scared to scared that they are falling away.
You know, the interesting part, I remember a while back, we were having a conversation with Sam and Cliff, our cameraman, and we were saying, and maybe it's echoing what he has said, it's never a matter of the song you're listening to. The song can be a catalyst to a lot of things. And I think one thing I would also like to think is the society also failing, as much as we're saying parents. Because when I talk about the society, there are a lot of things that the society is saying yes to. But in the long run, we are seeing the effects of a decision the society, which is me and you, made. When, for example, when we see inappropriate dressing, it is not the cause of rape, but it is a catalyst to rape. You understand? Because generally, looking at a lot of situations in our country, yes, people put blame on dressing, other blame on media, but media is catalyzing something. For example, you're driving, you're in your car. Let me give you a scenario. You're driving, you're in your car, you're a parent, and you're seeing a petrol station, for example, advertising either petrol or gas. But the mode of dressing which those ladies are wearing, first of all, you ask yourself, am I buying the petrol, or am I buying my gas, or am I being lured to come because of the ladies? And maybe not ladies alone. Even looking at other advertisements where men are removing their shirts, cubed, they look quote unquote sexy, you know? And now someone is asking him or herself, am I buying oil, or am I buying, and when I mean oil, I'm not saying oil, the car oil, but cooking fat. Am I buying cooking oil, or am I being attracted to that? Because that is one thing we're forgetting, that children are always viewing on their TVs. So the question is media one of the catalysts? Because if we have already identified from the discussions you two we are having, it's not the child the problem. It's what door was opened for the child to be introduced to sex. If the door was the right door, then the conversation changes. But the wrong door opens to all other things. Now the child is in a position to make a choice. And now if they are making such a choice, then if they make a bad choice, it's a bad choice that choice has been catalyzed by something. And that's where we talk about media. So do you think media is catalyzing the sexual craze generation that we are all in, and even young kids are growing in? So
yeah, for me, I like to say yes. Why? Because for there to be media, there need to be things that are shown, there need to be commercials, there need to be advertisements. And in marketing, what do we look for? What sells? So in accordance to what sells, where do you get the information? In society. What wanapenda nini? Wanapenda second. Let me be creative about this.
Acha nifikirie venye nitauza mafuta yangu na sekete.
Na watu
Lakini si lazima wakuwe wanafanya sekete.
si lazima kuwa nafanya sekete, lakini najua ikionyesha cleavage dem, inaonyesha paja yake, hii advert itaona sana. Una get? So at the back of their mind,
wanajua
ni perception ya society ndio inafanya hizi adverts zikam hiyo design.
Okay.
Una get? Where do you think utapata they now bring it on artists and on your Coco billboards I won't name names.
But
billboards. Kwa za ziko belt ni mafuta iko nini? Kwa nini? Msa alisema mimi nikiingia ni kupigana mamiti. Una get? Ujawani mdeni anapigana mamiti. Una get? So already was encourage nini? Kupigana miti. Kupigana miti.
In one or another, spoken or unspoken.
Spoken or unspoken. So nikiona ile sitanunua mafuta juu nahitaji. Ndanunua kwa sababu iko nani?
Huyo msanii. Unafikiriaje? Juu mara moja unapata madem ndio wanaingiliwa sana. Unaambia madem hapana, alituonesha cleavage bana. Yeye ndo alifanya nikaanguka. Do you think that is one of the reasons catalyze the sexual craze generation? That furthermore watu waongee about it? Because na feel wase waongele. Do you think
tumefika point tunataka kunormalize
kila kitu?
Na like value ya sex imeacha kwa ile ile kwa inakujua kitambo. Siku hizi sex
ni sex. Ni kama kunywa
kwenda kwa duka ni sweet ni dishi ni kwa fiti ni
no
karatasi ni end.
So it's not the matter. tukiongelea media tunaangalia a lot of things. Nakumbuka nilikuwa nakumbusha
hadi wordings. Siku hizi hadi hawahitaji nini picha.
Ni wordings.
Just the word itself. Siku like vile tu tulikuwa tunasema ni hiyo story ya Sue Carey. Walai, if you look at that song really,
it's not sugar.
It's not sugar like
sugar tea. It's not sugar.
Even how you like.
Oh, the dance. Everyone wants to show the dance, and unfortunately, young innocent children don't even know why they are singing. But because their parent put that song in the house and they were dancing, they're like, oh, this dance seems very cool. Ama juu mimi nikikaa hivi chini niangalie a society yetu. Na reason mob nakumbuka nilikuwa naambia Sam on Friday. Nilikuwa namwambia hakuna kitu interesting kama ukiangalia venye kitambo life ilikuwa. Life tulikuwa let me use this word carefully. Tulikuwa protected. Nikisema protected namaanisha a lot of things zilikuwa saved. Sana from media to even ngoma unasikia before your ngoma itoke a lot of things because it was all about how the society will grow morally, how me and Candy will stay in the same house without anything happening. Remember to chill, and there were these amazing high school students, and there was a what is it called? There was a drive, there was a campaign going on, and it was, you know what, we can abstain because it seemed possible. When let me give you another example, and I'm so proud of what he did. Jimmy Gather would come out and say, "Wacha mpango wa kando," and he will show you how much it is costing you as a person to sleep around, and at the end of it, how it will affect you at a later age. And you will see this man who is being told, or woman who is being told, "Wacha mpango wa kando," will rise up and get out because it shows that this person, whatever he was doing, it was wrong. You understand? Now, where is that going to? June, kama na feel ili fed up. Just siku hizi, tunapeana condoms free. Just the other day, again, we were having a conversation and we were saying, imagine Vasha. Vasha was so out there and it was so beautiful. Everyone is like, yo, everyone is going to Vasha. But we know Vasha was not just because of the rally. It was because of other things. Yani, even the memes that were coming, what comedians were sharing, as someone carrying condoms, what was it being sold? Now,
and it was okay.
And so ni sisi.
Exactly. So what changed with the society is the value system. We stopped having or holding the values the same way you used to. Ndio maana tu anaongelea story ya Vasha, watu wanasema sijui how many condoms were used. Hadi niko nasikiza Kiss after your story of Vasha. Madam was like, "Oh, we're so proud of you. At least about sijui how many thousands condoms was sold." And they're like, "We are so proud of you." Like, okay, it's nice you protected yourself, but what are you trying to tell us?
So there's something someone will say. So
the value system for the society is what changed.
Na kuna kitu Samu shindaga akisema, Samu semaga, unajua ukiniambia nisikunywe maji unaniambia maji si poa. You know, there are questions unaniwacha kwa kichwa yangu. Nikikwambia use a condom, so unasema sex is okay. Ndio nasema, when you say yes to something, you say no to other things. Yeah. So when you say it's okay to have sex, but use a condom, it means then it's okay. The condom, with or without, it's sex. You understand? Yeah. So there's something you've pointed out and you've said, you know what? It is a value system. And what happened? And maybe that's something I would like us to talk about next time. Because if the value system is wrong, then where did we go wrong? And that's a question I'll ask our viewers today. If the value system went wrong, or we are neglecting our value system, where did we go wrong? This is Tupatane. You can follow us at Eagle Mamas on every social media platform. On YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. Like, subscribe, and share, and be part of this amazing conversation. Because the community will change if we start having such conversations. Conversations that are not only factful, but truthful. Because not every fact is truth. My name is Steve Kamau, and you're with these amazing and beautiful people. See you next time.
Toodles!